Hello, welcome to Hunt and Stroker. I'm Sir Charles Hunt. My compatriot, Dr. Nigel Stroker. Welcome, Nigel.
Thank you.
Ready for the broken news? Before we do so, we'd like to welcome the studio audience. Hello, studio audience. Isn't that nice? So very nice to have some victims here, isn't it, at long last? Welcome, studio audience. And let's get straight into the broken news. The Australian Miracle Workers Union is citing the long overdue canonisation of Mary MacKillop as further evidence that the industry is in dire need of reform. The AMWU saying its findings it's increasingly difficult to attract new miracle workers to the industry, while governing bodies still take decades, if not centuries, to acknowledge saintly deeds. Well, indeed. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Indeed.
Very hard to perform a miracle, and only 100 years later, that's a miracle. Crazy.
The owner of a small, now is it Roti or Rotti?
Roti restaurant.
Roti restaurant.
Is it?
I've never been big on that sort of food.
No, it's a strange word, isn't it, Roti?
It is, yes. The Roti restaurant in Malaysia has won a court case over the use of the name McCurry.
Oh.
McDonald's are set to appeal the decision on the ground that nobody sings Old McCurry Had a Farm.
McCurry had a farm. There's something in that, isn't it? I might have a song next time.
EIA.
Yes, yes. A high school social studies teacher in the US has been charged with theft by accepting cash from students. Well, there's a novel approach, isn't it? Improving your grades. And of course, the children trying to improve their grades. The teacher has announced plans to move to Australia and enter federal politics.
It's a wise move.
Well, obviously the person who got their facts straight, haven't they?
Yes. Tom Cruise's 5-year-old daughter, Suri, has been spotted wearing high heels. Feminist groups were alarmed.
Oh.
But the girl's mother, Katie Holmes, said her daughter was just trying on Daddy's shoes.
Yes. Daddy's shoes. Good he doesn't wear dresses like my old friend used to do. Do you still wear dresses or not?
No,
you don't. Oh, good. All right. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, my God. Okay, here. Now to the United States. Police in the US were forced to use a taser gun and handcuffs on 2 emus that had escaped from a local zoo. A defence lawyer for the emus said the force used during the arrest was excessive, as both his clients were unarmed. It's just terrible, isn't it, what they do to emus these days?
Also in the United States, a 98-year-old Massachusetts woman has been charged with second-degree murder for allegedly suffocating her 100-year-old nursing home roommate.
Oh.
The 98-year-old woman has been ordered to stand trial and could face the death penalty.
That's not good news, is it, for her?
Not at all.
10 years on death row. Whatever you do, folks, don't kill someone in 98. There's nothing in it. Here we are. In the sports news, a rugby league player claims he bit his opponent on the ear because his testicles were squeezed during a tackle. The NRL judiciary has ruled that the pair undergo relationship counselling and attend a sex education seminar. Is that wise advice, Stroker? Mm-hmm. Last time I was bitten on the scrotum, I certainly didn't think about going to a sex education seminar.
Why not?
Because I went straight to my lawyer, I can tell you that. It's a difference.
Lawn Bowls is in crisis talks over match fixing allegations. Game administrators say they have never had crisis talks before and will be buying extra tea bags and prune juice as a precautionary measure.
Good. That'll get the old undercarriage working, won't it? I can tell you that. And at last, some good news for everyone's favourite football team with the announcement today of new major sponsor, GambleDrunk.com. The online gaming conglomerate released a statement saying that the football club offered a solid platform to launch from and get the Gamble Drunk message out to the wider community. Very wise, isn't it? Very wise. That's good thinking, I think, don't you think?
Absolutely,
yeah,
yes.
I agree. Well, here's to it. Here, we agree. Keep going, Stroker.
An American teenager has failed in his attempt to become the youngest person in history to jump the Grand Canyon in a skateboard. They should actually be on the skateboard, shouldn't it?
Not in a skateboard.
Not in a
skateboard. Not even skateboard, I must say.
Yes. The day after the attempt, the gutsy teenager whose friends
says...
Yes.
Just check your glasses. Hang on. Just clean it once more. Sorry about this, folks. Just got to clean Stroker's glasses. His chaplain told him to stop it, but he never listened to his chaplain, did you? Here's your glasses. Here we go. Second line down, day after the attempt. That's it there.
Oh, the day after the attempt.
Yes, not the day before.
The gutsy teenager.
Day after the attempt.
Friends say wears his heart on his sleeve, is reportedly in tears and in a critical but stable condition.
There's that stable condition again. He must have a horse, does he? Must have a horse as a friend.
Must have.
Yes, I know. It makes one drink, doesn't it? And look, as for the weather, oh good, we're to the weather. Here we are. As for the weather, the rain may have stopped. It has stopped today, hasn't it?
It has.
You noticed that because I'm not wet when I go outside, that's how I know. But the Bureau has warned Brisbane residents to expect wet conditions this Sunday afternoon as gusty southeasterly winds move through a low trough at the local pub. How about that? I'm sort of thinking that's where it should go. Also, Stroker, you know, I was reading in the paper today that apparently the weather predicts it's going to get dark tonight as well.
Sound advice.
It is, isn't it? It's pretty good weather, don't you think? I'm thinking it's time probably for another drink. And against more, I'm afraid I've got TB, you know. I know it's shocking news, TB. I've got a tiny bladder. So with that in mind, I'll have to have a quick drink. It's not a laughing matter, you know, Stroker. I find it offensive when you laugh at my medical conditions. Anyway, with that in mind, I've got to go. You diagnosed me as having TB, didn't you? And with that in mind, it's time for one more drink. And it's off to the toilet once more.
Oh no.